take your time, but start building. What's up, peeps? It's your friendly neighborhood manifester, Tauheed Spence. It's the last time you're gonna see me on this camera right here, man. Why? Because we did it. We did it, man. We did it. We raised the funds necessary. We went and got the equipment. We set it all up really nice and smooth. Give you guys a chance to check it out. Look a bit. Just a little bit. It's not much, but it's better than what we've been working with. That's right. Got a real setup. Let me give you a better look so you can take a look real quick. All right. Got lights, camera, action, work. All right. Got the microphone. We got the desk. Can you see me? Can you hear it? No more squeaky chair. That's what's up. I'm gonna give y'all a better look because I'm gonna switch it over to this new setup in a minute. I'll catch y'all in a bit. Peace. Boom. And we're here. You know, hopefully the lighting's better. Hopefully the sound quality is better. I know I feel better. No squeaky chair. You know, dedicated time. No kid in the background hollering at the top of his lungs. You know, man, nice little desk. Got to give my girl back her door. What you call it? The desk by the door. So I got a real desk now. It even go up and down automatically. I ain't gonna press the button because I ain't supposed to. But now we did that. We did that. You know, and now we can actually get to why we're actually here, right? The content. And you know, manifestation is not magic. You know, it's a process. And you got to go step by step in that process. You can't rush the process, you know, and I guess that's a good way to lead into our actual topic for this content today, which is, you know, why rushing will take you longer. You know what I mean? Rushing is always going to take you longer. You know, you ever been rushing to go to work in the morning, you get to the car and realize you left your keys in the house, then you got to go back into the house, grab the keys. You know, now you in double rush. Now you got to rush to get to work. By the time you get to work, you realize that you left your badge at home. And now you got to double back. Either now you got to pay for a new badge or you got to go all the way back to the house to get the badge. You would have been there more prepared, more ready to go if you'd have just took your time, prepared yourself better, you know, for what you want to do. And that's really, that's the journey. That's part of the journey, is being prepared. Don't rush into anything. You know what I mean? You don't want to rush into anything because it's always gonna take you longer. It's always gonna take you off of the path. You know what I mean? Don't rush your journey. Build with intention. Build with cool knowledge, understanding, and awareness. All right? Take the time. Like, subscribe, get into the comments. Let me know what you think about the new setup, first of all. Right? Tell me if I still need something. That's cool. I always appreciate that little bit of feedback. But you know what I mean? It's a journey. This wasn't a rush to get here. Trust me. They didn't even rush to deliver the stuff. You know what I mean? But I'm never impatient. I'm always taking that time. Whatever time that I have in between, I take that time to kind of reflect, reassess things, see what I can do right now. You know what I mean? You can't control external things, so you always want to control what you can control. Attitude, effort, and energy. It's always under your control. Nobody doesn't change that for you. That's you always, every time. So you want to be able to, you know, think about what it is that you can do right now. If you can't do what you want to do, shoot, do what you got to do. That's it. You know what I mean? So take that time to do something else. You know, and that's what I did. You know, shoot, it was a heck of a journey to get here. I had to sacrifice time, sacrifice energy. You know, it's not like I quit my job and started to do this. It was like, okay, man, how am I going to find the time to actually get the extra resources? I got kids. I got, you know, family to take care of. I got bills to pay like everybody else. But it's like, man, when you really want to do something, you're really intentional about doing something, you understand that it's going to take some sacrifices, you know, and number one sacrifice is always time, right? So I had to sacrifice some sleep. You know, I mean, I know the recommended daily averages, what you're supposed to get 6 to 8 hours. Man, I was working on about 3 hours, 4 hours of sleep sometimes, you know what I mean? But it's all good because I know, man, once the body get rest, you recover. So I had to take a weekend, you know, a Saturday and a Sunday, where I was just like, man, I was beat. Had to get me some rest, recover, get that body back strong, so I can come back out here and talk to you guys for sure, you know? It was good though, you know. We went through the jerk chicken fundraiser to get all the resources that we needed. We sacrificed that time. We was out there in the heat, boy. Alabama heat, don't be playing. But it was all good. I appreciate all the people that came out, supported, you know what I mean? And that's definitely important, having yourself a supportive environment, you know what I mean? When you're in a supportive environment, that changes your whole mindset, because it goes just from you wanting to make something happen for yourself, it goes to the people around you wanting to help make it happen for you, you know what I mean? And I think I talked about in the last video about how if you give 100%, you know what I mean, and somebody else give you 2%, it's gonna push you over the top. But people are more willing to give you that extra, that little bit of energy from them to you when they see that you are doing what you said you was going to do, first of all, you know what I mean, and you actually going out there and sacrificing time and you pushing through. Man, when people see you moving, they automatically, if they love you and they care for you and they're supportive, they automatically want to come and give you an extra little boost. So man, I appreciate my support cast for sure, and having that supportive environment around is sometimes, man, it's vital. It's vital to you making your thing happen. So you got to appreciate the people that's around you, that's for sure. You know what I mean? And I really do. I really appreciate my people. Y'all know who y'all is. I ain't gonna name y'all, man. Y'all know who y'all are. You know, but that was key. It's key. You know what I mean? And you got to think too, like the people that's not supporting you, why are you even worried about that? Like, you know what I mean? Don't waste your time. The time is your most precious asset. You don't have time to be worried about people who's not in your corner. If they're not in your corner, then you can't control external things. That's one of the most important things that you're gonna ever hear from me, is you cannot control external things. And I'm not saying just people, external things. Anything that's outside of you, anything that's not coming from internal, that's external, you can't control it. You know what I mean? I talk about that with my kids. You know what I mean? I can tell you what to do. I still can't make you. You know, you got to make the choice for yourself. You know what I mean? And when people aren't on your side, when people are, you know, going out of their way to try to disturb your peace, man, you can't control that. All you can control is you. You can't, you know what I mean? One thing I can assure you is that people are going to be themselves, and you can either choose to participate or not. You know what I mean? That's really it. What you stay focused on is where you are preparing to go. If you focus on where you're preparing to go, then you know you realize that they're not there, right? Like, think about where you see yourself 5 years from now, in your dream house, in your dream car, in your dream destination. All right, that's good. Wherever it is, however it is, you know, whatever you're doing, right? Now think about the people that's giving you that negative energy, the people that's external, the people that's not supportive. Do you see those people where you are going? Right? Then they don't really exist. You know what I mean? Not that you think that they deserve to die or anything like that, but you know what I mean? It's just that they don't exist in your reality. Like, you know, the word now shouldn't even be in the dictionary, because as soon as you say now, it's gone, right? So now doesn't exist. You know, everything that you're preparing for is in the future, and that future reality does not have those people in there. You know what I mean? If you're going into a positive place, you got to think about it. Like if you're at work right now, like if you're working at a job and your coworkers are getting on your nerves and they're, you know, bothering you or whatever it is. If you at school and you're preparing to get somewhere and the people around you that's having a negative impact in your life, where you are going, where you see yourself 5 years from now, are they there too? Right? Like, so why even bother? You know what I mean? Don't waste your time. You need that time to focus on preparing yourself to get there. Right? So don't waste your time. Just keep on moving. It's all good. You know, make sure that you know that, you know, wherever you're going, they're not there. Right? You know, you got to think about it like from that terms. You know what I mean? But even right now, like, shoot, it was the thing, even things, right? The squeaky chair that was here. You think about that. Go back to episode 1, you know what I mean, 2, 3, whatever, and you hear me in the squeaky chair, but you didn't see me really bothered by the chair because I knew that that chair wasn't going to be here much longer. So I'm not going to waste my time like, man, dang, this chair is getting on my nerves. Like, no, in the future that I see, that chair doesn't exist. And it's gone. And I love the energy that's here now. I love the energy that's here now. And that's what you got to focus on. Like, when you reach your goals, man, the energy that's there, that's what you're trying. That's what you're preparing for, man. Match that energy now, you know, and that'll help it come even quicker. I promise you. Match that energy, match your future energy, and you'll get there even quicker than what you think, for sure. You know what I mean? But it's going to take a process. It's definitely going to take a process. And, you know, we did implement that 4 steps of manifestation process. You know, from thought, we had to think about what it is that we really wanted to do, how we wanted to go about that, you know, what did that look like, you know, and we took that into our speech, spoke to so many different people, man. I appreciate the people that I talked to because energy works in a certain way that it pushes and pulls, and people are energy too. So, you know, when you speak in your mind, when you have the thing that's on your mind and it comes out into your speech, you got to remember that you're going to push some people away from your conversation, but you're also going to pull some people into your conversation, right? So that's just how the energy is going to work. You'll see that when you're in your manifestation journey, when you get to that speech phase, you're going to talk about what you want to do. And it'll probably be people that you really want to take on the journey with you. That's not going to be able to go. Like, they're not going to be able to go with you on that journey because they're just not aligned with that. You know what I mean? And that's perfectly fine because they got their own life to live. They got their own manifestations to bring it to fruition. Allow them to do that. And if you just keep on going and you don't mind other people, you know, coming into your life, and you don't mind people going out of your life, you know, I mean, it might not be permanently, but at least for your journey, then things will start working better for you because the energy that you're matching, the energy that you're bringing out is aligning, right? So that's why I say I appreciate the people that I was speaking to, because I was speaking to people I've never even known before, and they was willing to give so much information on YouTubing, on, you know, on videoing and recording, and what kind of mic did I need, and you need this kind of light, you need a Sony, you need a Canon, because I was gonna get a Canon. I thought Canon was gonna be great, right? Oh no, man, you need a Sony EV10. That's gonna do great for you. Yeah, you know what I mean? You need a boom mic, or you might want to get one of the wireless clips if you like talking with your hands, because I'm a person that I can't hold a mic. So, you know what I mean? I like talking with my hands and stuff like that. So I can't hold a mic. So just speaking about it, and it seems so simple, and it, because it is. Manifestation is simple. It's not an overthought. It's not magic. It's simple. It's a simple process of intention, deliberate action. You know what I mean? It's just going from thinking about something, speaking about it, then getting to the nitty gritty, being specific, you know, and that was the next step behind speaking to different people and gathering the information and them pointing me in the right direction. Is, you know, I have to be very specific about what it is that I want to do. Did I want to do a podcast? Did I want to do I want to do interviews, or did I want to do something with someone else? You know, I'm like, no, I just want to you know, share my perspective with people, and hopefully it empowers them to manifest things into their reality. Hopefully it helps people get ready to get on their journey and have the tools, to go ahead and move forward. Go forward, that was my whole intention. So I had to be very specific about that. And when it was like, oh, okay, this is what you need. This is the kind of setup that you need. You can do this in your house. You don't need to have a studio, because we're going to have a whole studio, live audience, all type of stuff. But it was like, nah, man, I don't really need all of that. I just need the camera, the microphone, and I need to be able to talk to you. That's it, and being specific led me to the setup that I have right now. Which I think is, pretty cool, because I never had a setup like this. So it's cool to me until we grow. And then it's like, you know what, I need to get something else. But then it was that work part, man, that W word that people don't like. You got to get to work, man. There's no way around it. Manifestation is not thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna have $1 million in my bank account in 3 months, and then keep saying it and keep having those positive affirmations in the morning, and then wake up one day and instantly, boom, there's $1 million in your bank account. It's not magical. It doesn't work like that. You have to get to work. You have to work towards. You know what I mean? It's a big difference between working towards and working. You could be aimlessly working, you know what I mean, without a goal in mind, and wondering why you aren't making anything. Why aren't you bringing the things that you want into fruition? It's because you're not working towards that. You're just working. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure your job loves you. You know what I mean? Because you're adding more value to the place than you are to yourself. And you need to add more value to you than you are to a place. You don't work for the place, you work at the place. You are always working for you and what you are working towards. If you keep that focus, if you keep that aim in mind, then you're gonna hit your target. But if you don't have a target, you're just aimlessly shooting, right? So you gotta work towards it. And that is the final step. Once you start doing that, rinse and repeat. Thought, speech, specificity, work. Rinse and repeat. Thought, speech, specificity, work. You know what I mean? And you're going to keep on leveling up. You can't skip the levels, because you need to learn what's on level 1 before you get to level 10, or else you will be overwhelmed. You know what I mean? The whole point of going through the process, taking your time and not trying to rush to get to the destination, is the fact that you're going to learn things that you need to learn on the way there. When you get to level 10, you're going to be fully equipped, fully prepared to handle it. You know what I mean? But if you skip those steps, if you try to rush and get to the top before you get there, you might get it, but you won't sustain it. I guarantee it. It's like giving the Lamborghini to a 16-year-old. Bro, what's gonna happen? You know what I mean? Crashes and tickets. Why? Because they're not prepared for it. You got to go through the driver's training first, man. You don't even have a license. What you want a Lamborghini for? You don't even know how to drive. So this thing that you want $1 million. How you gonna sustain it? You don't even know how to keep $100 in your pocket. You can't keep $1,000 in the bank account, but you want $1 million in there. Guess what you're gonna do? Blow it. You got to go through the gradual steps. Don't rush to get there. Enjoy that journey, man. The journey is where it's all at. Because once you get there, what else are you gonna do? Now you have it. What you gonna do? There's nothing else to do. So enjoy the journey. Enjoy that process. Take your time. Learn everything you need to learn, and really, delve into that. Embrace it, because it's only gonna help you, right? You know what I mean? And we here now, though, but we're taking those incremental steps, and that's good. That's great. That's great. And just remember, man, the rushing is always gonna take you longer, always. Why? Because you're gonna miss steps. You're going to be unprepared. You're going to have to double back. You know what I mean? And that's not what you want. You want to be able to take your time, go through the process, be prepared, have your energy right, so that you can sustain what you are preparing for. You know what I mean? Yup. That's what's up. All right. Well, shoot, man, if you got a dream and you know what you want, you see yourself where you want to be at, take your time, but start building. go ahead and start. That's the most important thing. Stop waiting for somebody else to build it for you. Ain't nobody building the Rome for you. You gotta start stacking those bricks. But you know, you stack brick by brick, eventually you're gonna see a wall. And if you can build a wall, you can build the rest of your foundation. And if you can build the rest of the foundation, you can build a second level. And who knows where you can go from there, right? So take your time, but don't take forever, you know? All right. Anything else, man? Make sure y'all go into into that comment box. Let me know what it is that you guys, seeing, what you think about the new setup. If I'm more clear, if you can see me a little bit better. Shoot, let me know if any upgrades you think I need to make. Anything that you guys can offer in the form of feedback, I will always love it. And you don't have to be nice to me, I tell you that. Be kind, but don't be nice. I don't need you to be nice. Don't hold nothing back. It's only gonna help me get better, and I appreciate that. Other than that, I'm always here for you. Peace.